This week, the DION and Ariel 2-pack are the Hasbro Pulse FanFest exclusives. Takara releases official Rise of the Beast control art, as well as a full reveal of the main toy lines. I am TFA 1024, the TF Addict, and you are watching Transformers Weekly for the week of Sunday, March 19th, 2023. Before we begin, and if you have not done so already, please like this video and subscribe to this channel. Also, do not forget to enable notifications if you wish to keep up to date with this channel's activity. Thank you. This episode of Transformers Weekly is sponsored by H&E Toys. There will be more details about them near the end of this video and in the video's description. We'll be right back. Now on to the news. Revealed on Twitter by ID Armed and NPC on via Reddit, a GameStop in Canada accidentally sold a Legacy Evolution Wardon 2-pack featuring Dion and Ariel before its May 1st, 2023 release date. Remolds of Legacy Prime Universe RC and Studio Series 86 Cup, these figures sport designs similar to those of the original animated series episode Wardon. It is expected that Hasbro Pulse will host another FanFest in early April 2023, in which pre-orders will become available online. Takara Tomy has revealed official control art of the Rise of the Beast movie. Control art is used for merchandising purposes and may not exactly match what is shown on screen. The images display an assortment of characters in bot and alternate modes, including Optimus Prime, Bumblebee, RC, Mirage, Optimus Primal, Air Razor, Rhinox, Cheetor, Scourge, Freezer, Nightbird, Battletrap, Wheeljack, Stratosphere, and Transit. Amazon Japan has revealed the bulk of the Rise of the Beast toy line, including those that target younger fans. These action figures include Beast Awakening, Deluxe, Quick Change, and Weaponizers. Everything is due to be released in Japan in either April or May 2023. That means that North American fans should see the action figures just in time for the movie's release. And now, a word from our sponsor.
Do you like Transformers? Do you like toys? Do you like reviews? Then you will like H&E Toys. Here are some testimonials.
H&E Toys is a channel on YouTube.
I know a guy that runs H&E Toys.
You cannot ignore positive comments like those. Get your noodle over to H&E Toys on YouTube and subscribe today.
Welcome back to Raziel Kane Reviews, and today once again I need you to decide which version of this character was the better voice for you. Please vote in the comments.
It seems the time has come for me to make the change from science to war.
Or
That's right, kids. It's me, Jetfire. So go ahead and applaud if you're right.
once again from the top.
You forget, Starscream! I can transform too! Time to even the score!
Or
Remember, they want our Energon big time.
C'est qui ton préféré?
Anthony from H&E Toys here, and we're going to look at something called generational gimmicks, which is essentially gimmicks that Transformers have done over the course of time. Now, obviously, the original gimmick was the fact that, cars turned into robots. But almost immediately, Transformers, Hasbro, and Takara started going, hey, let's throw things into the mix. And one of the first gimmicks, other than those ones that kind of run and then transform, was the Throttlebot gimmick, which was simply a little motor that did this. And it's not complicated, it doesn't transform, but it was a very simple little motor, and the transformation was really easy, and it made it for a low-cost entry into the toy line for some kids who couldn't afford the larger figures. But then next we get into things like Snaptrap here, who has a action gimmick. And if you move the little bit on here, you can see that his cannons pretend they're shooting, pow pow bang bang. And that was fairly interesting. The other gimmick, of course, was he's a combiner. He's actually the torso of the Piranacon. And additional gimmicks, he had like a buddy, butt that comes off a drone that does other things. Basically, kind of like how Soundwave and Blaster have cassette tapes. Keeping on the line and moving into future time, we end up with the guy that you see behind Snaptrap here. And that is Optimus Primal. And his gimmick was multiple things. First off, he could transform into more than just an ape mode and a bot mode. He also had a jet mode and a the tank mode. And then, of course, on the back, he had a laser sight and a missile launcher. Now, let's see if I can get the missile launcher to work. I actually don't remember how to fire this thing. I think it involves these bits back here, but we'll see how it goes. Oh, there we go. He still fires. So that was an interesting gimmick for Beast Wars era. And of course, they continued that gimmick into Beast Machines with like the Rhinox there, which I also have, but that was like, we only have 5 minutes. So let's do the segment the best we can. Action gimmick. So this is Generations Waspinator from the Thrilling 30s, and his gimmick was that if you held down the trigger in the back here, you can flap his wings. So that was a very simple gimmick, but it made sense for his character. But then eventually Generations started skewing away from gimmicks for the characters, and when they kind of separated into a toy line for kids and then a toy line for adults. So in this toy line we have this guy and his gimmick, and this is very simple. He presses chest and blazing swords pop out. You know, and the funny thing is, the gimmicks they started switching to in the collector's lines were things like comic books and playing or collectible trading cards. But in the toy line, they still do these classic gimmicks. So if you're looking for more than just translucent, like the Evil Fusion thing is translucent weapons and, you know, like combinations of weapons. And that's fine for the collector's toy line because we really don't need, as adults, this type of gimmick. But for the kids, this is a lot of extra value for play, where most adults will probably pose their figures rather than bash them into each other like this. Now, the last figure I brought in was her figure, and because this is the new version, not the old one, the original line for her figure in the Unicron trilogy was that you would connect a Minicon on, and in the back here with a key, and then these weapons would pop out. And that is pretty cool, but I think this is at the point where that type of gimmick kind of stopped in the main toy line, and when they started deciding, you know what, what was the toy line? Animated, I think, but they started like separating off children's toy lines from collector's toy lines. And so you started seeing less of these gimmicks in the main line. Even when they're reissuing or updating, you know, figures from the 2001 RAD toy line and the 2002 plus, and keep in mind I'm using the American time scale, not the Japanese one. The Unicron trilogy toy lines, they don't include the gimmicks anymore. They keep, you know, you could fit a Cyberplanet key in here if you wanted to, but it doesn't do anything. So that's where we start seeing the deviation of when they go back to these classic toy lines.
It is now time for ToyBreak, a number of smaller bits of news given in rapid-fire succession. Via Twitter, Takara Tomy has released official images of the Studio Series Cheetor and Scourge action figures. The full array of images show 4 steps of the conversion. Deluxe Cheetor is currently available for purchase via a number of online retailers. Leader Scourge is available for pre-order and will release on June 1st, 2023. eBay seller Legends of Vintage got their hands on a Squeezelings 8-pack of soft plastic figurines. Usually sold individually for $1 at budget outlets, this 8-pack contains Optimus Prime, Bumblebee, Starscream, Megatron, Nemesis Prime, Dark Bumblebee, Skywarp, and Dark Megatron. The retail price is more likely around $10 USD and should be appearing in budget outlets in the near future. Via a leak, the VNR Leader Optimus Prime action figure was revealed and is based upon the mold of the Holiday Optimus Prime, although it is likely that this figure was the reason for the Volvo licensing. Sporting the Electro Volvo VNR chassis in classic Optimus Prime colors, this action figure also includes the same trailer as seen with other Optimus Prime releases. Rumor has it that it will be offered as a fan exclusive at a future event. Speaking of which, the other action figures in that same leak included a Voyager Seeker nacelle and the Wardon 2-pack. One of the best legacy action figures of 2022, Beast Wars Transmetal 2 Megatron was revealed by Hasbro Pulse as a repack in the Legacy Evolution toy line. To be re-released in April 2023, it is currently available for pre-order via a number of online retailers. Airing live on a Saturday evening, a number of Transformers reviewers got together to rank the best Transformers combiners throughout a number of series, including the original animated series, Beast Wars, the Prime Wars, and Legacy. The panelists include H&E Toys, Diecast Norbs, Input, Razel Kane, TFA 1024, and T-Fanpage 101. You can check out the recorded panel on this channel. Before we wrap this up, I would like to shout out Jimmy L for being a Transformers Weekly Reporter level member. If you would like the chance to hear your name mentioned here, become a patron or YouTube channel member and join our reporter tier. The links are in this video's description. With that said, thanks for watching this week's episode of Transformers Weekly. All of our sources will be in this video's description. If you have any comments or questions, please let us know. Also, remember to like this video and subscribe to this channel if you wish to keep up to date on the latest Transformers news. I've been TFA 1024, the TF Addict, and it is now time to roll out until all is fun.